You are never too old to reinvent yourself, and that is because you can always grow your mind, you can always get physically stronger, and there are people who study and practice their art into their 80s and 90s. There are people developing muscle even in their 60s and 70s at the gym. So if people can do these things in their senior age, there's no reason you can't keep working and developing yourself as you grow and as you become older. Many people who retire actually become depressed because they have nothing to do. They sort of sit at home and watch TV all day and they're incredibly bored and feeling isolated. And so it's not always the best thing to really try to retire young. Having said that, you do want to save money in case you can't work for some reason. So you have that ability to have a bit of cushion and have a bit of break if you need to deal with something. You want to stay engaged throughout your life. You want to help people. You want to do things that really improve the quality of other people's lives for the better. And when you're able to do that, not only can you have a job and become compensated, but if you really improve and serve a lot of people, you can actually improve your compensation as well. If you're in a workplace and you feel undervalued or underpaid, find a way to serve more people and do more work. And if you can do it efficiently and not compromise your mental or physical health doing it, you can get better compensated at work. Employers love this kind of thing. Or you can start your own business. If you're not vibing with the workplace, you can start a part-time business on the side and keep developing it until it becomes full-time. There's nothing wrong with that. And it's all a matter of just staying engaged and staying happy throughout your life. You don't want to tell yourself, hey, I'm XYZ years old and therefore I can't change. Therefore I can't start a new career. You can start a new anything at any age in life. You can start doing things when you're a teenager if you like. You can start doing things as a child. You can start doing things when you're 80. It's just a matter of your mindset and your decision to work on something new at any phase in your life. And we're all evolving. What we did when we were teenagers will look drastically different from our 20s and then even more different in our 30s and 40s. So what we want to do in order to stay fulfilled and keep evolving throughout our lives, including our 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, is to find some way to serve others, to be useful, and some ways to be creative and to grow. Find that new passion that's going to wake you up early in the morning and keep you up late at night. Of course, sleep is a wonderful thing, but if you're only sleeping and you're only doing the minimum, it's not really a good thing. It's not a vital life. There has to be something worth staying up for, even if you choose to go to sleep early. So how do you find these things that you love? How do you find the opportunities that allow you to express different sides of yourself? Well, you need to do that by being out in your community. You need to meet new people and you need to understand what's out there in terms of needs and demands. And you can do this electronically too. There are ways on the internet to monitor and see what people truly need online. Where are they struggling? Where do they need the most help? And if you're able to solve the problems of people on the internet and help them in some meaningful way, you may have the beginnings of an online business. Or if you're not comfortable on the internet, you'd rather do it in person, attend job fairs, get to know people locally, and see what kind of opportunities are available. Ask friends and family if they know about any positions that need to be filled at friends' organizations, and ask around, because a lot of opportunities come through networking and asking people questions about what opportunities are available. And you'd be surprised as to what can open up for you. I have a sibling actually who had her own business, and when the business winded down and she didn't have enough clients, she actually decided to become a tour guide. She'd done it in her past for her local city, but then she actually started traveling to the Arctic and helping people on Arctic voyages. So there's never really an end chapter on your life. You might think, oh, the business that I started is the most significant thing in my life and it failed. But there's always another act. There's always something new that you can dive into, that you can experiment with, that's juicy and that makes your life meaningful. You just have to go through that transition time to find out what that next juicy act is. So for me, I trained as a librarian at one point in my life and worked as a technology specialist in a library for quite a long time. And then the technology piece that I was working on actually got outsourced to different technology companies, so I wasn't able to work in my role anymore. So I had to find something new. So I started working on social media on behalf of a school that was struggling. I started working in tourism and helping people learn about the Lord of the Rings. I worked on the movie site for a while I was figuring things out. And then I even worked in a car factory and helped to build cars because I was physically very active. And as a librarian, thank heaven, I realized that I needed to exercise and be physically very vigorous. So I was able to even work in a car factory for a while when I had to transition between countries. Also worked in construction as well for those times when I wasn't quite fully a resident in one country and not yet a resident in my home country again yet. So I needed to be brave in those transitions until the next piece came into my life. That was working on my business. And I've also had many other jobs where I've helped people with disabilities, and I've helped in sports and filming, and all of these things have led up to where I'm at today. And if I wasn't brave or willing to try new things, I wouldn't be where I am today. So if you are looking for your next act, you need to be a little bit brave and lean into different possibilities. They could be both on the internet and they could be in person in your community. Look and see what's available. Work hard and be of service to other people. Explore your passions. Enjoy your free time to do things that are meaningful to you as well, because both are important. They're both different sides of the same coin that can really enrich your life. And when you figure out that balance of creativity and inner work and also moving outward to serve others, if you can marry those two into a career in a way that's really meaningful, then you're going to build yourself a really amazing, beautiful life. And that can shift. You may have to pivot. Maybe you had it at one point in your life and then you need to change it. If you need to change it, don't be scared. Just keep trying new things until you fall into the thing that's a perfect match for you.